Dale Goldstein has stayed with me, and we're discussing how to transform your life and how to get beyond whatever it is that's standing in the way of making it happen. Dale's the author of Heartwork, How to Get What You Really, Really Want. And before we went to break, we were just talking about our true natures. Let's go back into that for a little bit. And I know you've got a great analogy that you use to kind of explain it. What's our true nature?
Well, when we're born, we have everything that we need. We're essentially whole and complete in ourselves. We're not self-aware like we become as adults, but in essence, we have everything that we need. All of our essential elements are present.
Okay.
And then things happen to us as we grow up that are either too painful or too frightening to fully experience at the time. And so we wall them off. Mm-hmm. We kind of create a wall, usually it's around the heart, to protect the heart from being hurt again. And so now we're split. We're not whole anymore. We have the conscious and the unconscious. Whatever we put behind the wall is unconscious.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so I see it like a funnel. Down at the bottom of the funnel is a single point, which is whole and complete. And then we split and move up the funnel and keep moving up. And I could go into great detail about how that happens. But then we end up living our lives up here on the surface of our funnel, far
because
removed.
As we've grown, if we start here as the infant in the little tip of the funnel,
right.
As we grow, as we experience painful events or whatever it is that we want to avoid when we go to fear and then we back away again because it's too painful, it's too frightening, we're just adding more and more and more layers on that are getting us further and further away from what our true nature is?
Right, our true nature, and that's what we really, really want. What's down here at the bottom of the funnel.
The core of us,
that's
kind of our essence.
Exactly.
What we were born with.
Exactly.
Or born for, depending on how you believe. That's very interesting. So, if I'm able to get down to that essence, that true nature,
yes,
then what do we do?
Well, first of all, I want to say that to get down, there's a process that one goes through of simply finding the places where one has split from oneself, which are all located in your body. So you
in our physical body or in our
body.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
We bury things below the neck, not in the brain. Everything's buried in the torso.
Interesting.
So we look into the places in our body where the tension is being held.
Whether it be your shoulders or if you have pain in your back or different things like that,
the diaphragm,
can
the heart.
often correspond with actual emotional events in your life.
And all you have to do is look in there. If you look deeply enough, you'll see everything that's there. And you'll see how the whole thing was created. And if you keep looking, you'll get down to the bottom of the funnel where you're at peace. It's the place that they refer to as the peace that passeth understanding. And from that place, you can look back up the funnel and see how you created the mess.
Look back and oh my goodness, what was I thinking?
Exactly.
But then there you are. You realize that. Now, are these steps that we can take with your book, with the support of your book?
That's what the book is all about. It teaches you how to do that.
So when we're thinking about that then, and we've gotten to what we really want,
yes,
I have to ask you, why don't we just go for that as a matter of course? Why are we programmed just to go do it?
It's like I said before, because we're afraid of what we're going to have to face to get there. Going down the funnel, you have to go through all the places that you were afraid to go through before because they were too painful.
And sometimes you don't even know they exist. The example that you gave before, I mean, that was a gentleman, like I said, who seemed fearless.
Right.
Getting all of these degrees, going to all of these excellent schools and going after all of these careers, and yet he's the only one who really, and that is that key, that you're the only one who really knows?
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, that's the good news and the bad news. No one can tell you, but the good news is that you're the one that has the power to heal those places that you've split from. Healing, the word healing actually comes from the word to make whole.
All right, I have a question.
Go.
Once I get to that place and I've understood my true nature, then how can I assure that I don't let fear stand in my way again?
Well, fear will come up for a long time, but once you know that you can move through it, then you have the confidence to move through it again and again and again. I have meditated a lot in my life, And for a period of a couple of years, I would meditate every morning until the fear came up and I moved through it. So after a couple of years of that, I knew that I could get through anything, you know, so it's like retraining your being or your mind.
Learning to ride a spiritual bike.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. This
My
was
pleasure.
fascinating.
My pleasure.
Dale Goldstein's book, Heartwork, How to Get What You Really, Really Want. And here's how you can stay connected to today's show. Each day you can log on to our website and download full episodes of our program. That's www.ebru.com.